Do you recognize her?
No. I've never seen that woman before in my life.
Then why's your name tattooed on her back?
There's dozens of shows hitting the Big Four in the next few weeks, with the flood starting on the Monday right after the Emmys. Dark and stylized in the way many network shows try to be nowadays, Blindspot, which debuts on September 21st on NBC in the prime position right after the opening of the new season of The Voice, is one of the first out of the gate. And if the seeds planted in the pilot truly bloom, it could be hanging around for a while. So I say take a good look at Blindspot. The premise of the Martin Gero created and Greg Berlanti EP thriller is actually quite simple. A memoryless and nearly fully tattooed woman is found naked in a bag in the middle of Times Square. Discuss. The fresh ink on the unnamed Jamie Alexander portrayed characters' bodies offers tips and clues to crimes about to happen.
2015年10月1日
Does he speak Chinese?
That's an address and a date.
It's up to FBI agent Kurt Weller, played by strikeback Sullivan Stapleton, and his team to figure out what these mean and the larger forces at play. And there is a much bigger picture to put together out of all those tats. Now, there's a lot in the mix here, from the Bourne picks, Homeland, Christopher Nolan's 2000 film Memento, some True Detective, and a lot of the guts of good procedurals. But it's a healthy recipe. Larger issues of the power of a woman's body and what it means to look at it are hinted at, and not in a disrespectful way. Which is why, dependable as Stapleton is, the real stars here are actually the plot pacing and Alexander. And not just for her informative physique, but also for her ability to literally create someone out of nothing and coming alive bit by bit.
The clue is on my body. What if I'm not just the messenger? What if there's something I'm supposed to hear or see?
Weaved into the fast-paced but not rushed show, without the heavy hand of will they become lovers or not, there are a number of nice moments between the Thor franchise alum and Stapleton as well. And they also address the obvious question of why the tats and not getting these tips via a couple of emails and phone calls. With the strength of Alexander's performance and Jane Doe revealing strategic skills, to put it mildly, and flashes of memory throughout the pilot, Blindspot is obviously going straight for the blacklist effect, which proved to be a solid hit for the net the past 2 seasons. From its preview premiere at Comic-Con this year, widespread promotional campaign, and with its debut slot and ethos, Blindspot isn't a big risk for NBC, but they're also taking the opportunity to push things a little bit more than they usually do in prime time, which is a commendable undertaking. And while you might not want to get that on your skin, it is worth your attention. I'm Dominic Patten for Deadline Hollywood.